While I edit a longer video, I want to talk about an anime that's just been stuck in my craw. I want to like Witch Watch, and to an extent I do, but I'm always bugged by this one aspect of it. It is ostensibly a romance story, but the main couple is awful. Just a terrible ship by almost every metric, and the story handles them clumsily at best. The story is a gag comedy about a teenage witch named Nico who is constantly getting herself into trouble by using spells in all sorts of creative ways, and she has a best friend named Morihito who needs to constantly get her out of trouble. They form a kooky group of friends and get up to antics, and when they are anticing, the story is great. And also, when the gang is just hanging out, there is so little natural chemistry between the two leads that it's really easy to forget that they are supposed to be in love with each other. To give you an idea of just how dire the situation is, just how forced this romance is, I want to direct your attention to this one scene. Nico and her friends meet a new character, and he immediately guesses that she and Morihito are a couple. Not based on anything they do or how they treat each other. He just guesses it. That's how insecure the story is. And there are several times where the story legitimately leans on that terrible trope where someone goes, I think those two are gonna be all right. And it's so much telling because there's nothing to show. The best it ever got is the very start. In the early chapters, Nico would frequently gush about all the things she likes about this guy, and if nothing else, that's believable. But that's all you get. Also, early on in the story, we establish that she is a giant pain in his ass, and while he does care for her, she is also a major source of stress. So we have admiration and protectiveness, but what we're lacking is them actually making each other's lives better. Like, okay, Morihito, he does get something out of this. He likes having lively people in his life, but that applies to the friend group overall. It is, in fact, kind of shocking how they are the two characters in this group with the least in common, and possibly with the fewest moments of casual chemistry. There's this one chapter where one of the 5 friends wants to use the Switch to play Animal Crossing, while the other 4 are wanting to use it to play Smash Brothers, and, it should be obvious what you should do here. You put the two halves of the romantic subplot in the group of 4, but no, Nico is the one who wants to play Animal Crossing. When Morihito expresses his autistic hyperfixation on the best way to age and wear jeans, she is one of the people who shows the least support for his interests. And it's just constantly like this. It doesn't need to be every little thing that they have in common or that they're supportive over, but it should be like something, right? She shouldn't have more chemistry, more of a confiding relationship with her, goofy side friend that she does not like and who does not like her back. Like she should have some level of, a unique bond with this guy. Right, but she doesn't, because the story doesn't understand how to write romance. Whenever she's casually hanging out around someone and vibing, it's never just the two of them. Sometimes she'll vibe with one of the other guys, like that best friend character, but if she's vibing with Morihito, it's as part of the friend group overall, and they just have so few encounters that would make you think they like each other, less and less as the story goes on, and it's just jarring when it gets brought back up that she likes him and that he is suppressing a crush on her, because, if these two ever got married, they would get divorced within half a decade. They have very different values, and they just don't have any chemistry. The best the story can do is gesture at some notion of ethereal love and boundless devotion, but it's so much fairy tale pap on top of the real, tangible lives of relatable, flawed characters who just don't map onto something that hokey. It's a bad ship. You could even say it's awful. Well, if you guys like that for some reason, please like and subscribe and comment and do all that engagement stuff. It does wonders for the algorithm. And as always, a huge thank you to my patrons, especially my tier 2 patrons, Carolyn Vig and Love Your Content. My patrons should be getting a sneak peek to that longer video by the time this goes up on YouTube, so if you want to see it too, my Patreon is linked in the description.